cool.
Welcome back, Fun Fam. And if you're brand new to the channel, welcome in to Follow the Bradleys Fun, the daily dish with yours truly, Ron E. Bradley, your host today. And wherever you are, I hope you are having a phenomenal day. Morning, afternoon, evening, night, middle of the night, middle of like 3 o'clock a.m. sandwich time, whatever it may be. I hope it's a phenomenal day. Speaking of the day, as of the recording of this today, is the 6th day of May in the year 2025. Yes, it is. We are moving right along. We are trucking. 4 months of this year are already behind us in the past. And like the farmer says, I hope one day to be outstanding in my field. Because as the farmers look to the future while standing in their pasture. Yes, need more caffeine, lots of it. I get you, Tom. I get you. I got mine right here. Cheers to 2019. This is the last year that Disney was a good place to go. Truly. Okay. My goodness gracious. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Let's see. Let's set this for, we'll do an hour. We'll be fine with an hour. And then, well, no, Rachel Z talk. Okay, there we go. Tom said it. I'm setting it. I'm putting it up there right now. You can see it. And let me go over to, gotta switch that over here. Well, who's up here on the, I might need to borrow these jokes. You can use whatever horrible jokes that I put out. They're not great, but they are what they are. So, right. I already watched that. Skyliner and music? No, that's okay. What do you think of this new animatronic? That is Frankenstein, guys. Just as yeah. Just as Tom needs more caffeine, I need all of you, because you are my energon. You guys are what get me going in the morning. The greatest audience on YouTube, growing day by day. Yes, we appreciate all of you being here, and I've talked to Tom. There may be some changes coming to the show, to the format. We don't know exactly yet. We're working things out up here in my headspace, in my mind. I'm trying. We're gonna see what happens. But it's because of you, because you guys are the energon to my Autobot. You guys get me to transform and roll out of bed every morning.
Toast, Autobots. Boy, these are good. I needed to refuel. Energy! This stuff's the greatest!
Indeed, that stuff is the greatest. How's everybody doing today? How is everybody? I hope y'all are doing well. I gotta say hi to everybody that is in the chat. Also, let's see who's here. We got Snortapoopus. Snortapoopus, I believe, was the first through the door this morning. No, I didn't go all the way up. There we go. There you go, Snortapoopus. Snortapoopus Cuber. Hello, humans and other quitters. Hello. There we go. I can hear myself. Okay, we're good on the sound. We're good on the volume. Today is my busy day. Today's Tuesday, and I don't know what all I'm going to get invited to today or not. We shall see. But yes, today is typically my very busy day, and that's okay because I like it that way. I always set aside Tuesdays to be available for Pro or whoever else might need me out there in the time slots. Megan, thank you for being such a great supporter of all things that Park Place. We see you everywhere, as well as here. Snortapoopus Q Burr as well. And of course, our great and dear friend hanging with Erica and Raph. Erica, who we have on the show from time to time. And I'm always apprehensive about inviting people on this show only because it's so early in the morning. Although Erica's not so bad, it's afternoon for her in Germany. But yeah, I don't know. It's such an early show that I'm not sure if people want to do mornings. So. But she says, good morning. And Erica's getting her hair done over here. Let's see who else is home. There it is. Good morning, all. Tom F. Wrenching away. And hey, you know what? I could get off anyway. And good morning, Kathleen. By the way, for those that my mom's in the chat, that's my mom. Say hi to my mom, everybody. Hi, Ron. Hope you're having an epic day. Haha. See what I did there. Anyways, what are your thoughts on Disney merchandise sales after the announcement about toys coming from China? I haven't seen that yet. Mostly because yesterday I was resting a lot. And I feel rested up finally, but yeah, I haven't seen all the news, all the breaking stuff quite yet. Okay, Tom, I did it. I put a goal up to not talk about Rachel Z. All right, there you go. It's up there. It's beautiful. Sunny somewhere, USA is where I am. Coming for you today. Sin is in the house. Good morning. And Equus Heart is here. I love seeing all these familiar faces in the chat. We appreciate that as always. And Tom needs more caffeine, and I understand that. And then Jonathan says, check out my Buc-ee's video. Yeah, Buc-ee's is hard to, I didn't realize how it was spelled. I put Buccees. I think I changed it before it went out, but yeah. Went to Buc-ee's on the road trip, and it was a thing. And I'm sad because I forgot there's a particular little snippet that I forgot to put in there. Oh, my bad. Energy. Tanner Stanley, good morning. Good morning. Wilton's Journal. Pro told me to tell you to go to his show today. Okay. I will do that. Thank you, Wilton. Wilton's Journal. Jesus Caballo is in Cuban Superman. Hola, Cuban Superman. Happy day after Cinco de Mayo and the Louvre Journal. What do you mean no Rachel Z talk? Weird. I mean, hey, I'll talk about whatever, but it was just, gosh, some new people coming in today. I appreciate every single one of the comments. Appreciate all of you being here. And we have to celebrate you being here. We love to celebrate on this channel, especially when I'm waking up and I don't know what else to do. So let's throw down.
Is it too much? Too much? It's a birthday! Oh, this is just the best of my scene.
Why do we celebrate? We celebrate all of you on the channel. We also celebrate that we have a sale going on at Follow the Bradley's Fun Spread Shop. We have 2 days left. 2 days left on the sale. 25% off, 1/4 off of everything in the spreadsheet day, whether that is the Make Disney Walt Again hat or this hat, which is the Follow the Bradley's Fun logo hat. What is up, Aldo's Journal? Good to see you. Revenge of the Fifth in Cinco de Mayo. Yeah, Revenge of the Fifth is big, apparently, at Disney. Go and Shogi's here. Go and Shogi in his house. By the way, how many people came into the premiere? I saw Izzo's place over there. I premiered a video just before the show today, because I got to get more up on the channel. I probably normally won't do that, but the story needed to. It's a story about the box office from the weekend, so I wanted to get it up. Yeah, you're out west, so I know. Sleeping in, buddy. Sleeping in, Aldo. When you come out here, let me know so we can meet up in the parks or whatever. But yeah, we have the spread shop. Follow the Bradley's Fun. Make Disney Walt Again. We've got the Fedora Finds logo, and a shirt kind of looking like this with the Fedora Finds on it. Let's see what the Fedora Finds, that video that's in there. Instead of paying $26 for it, you're going to get it for about $20 today, because you get that 25% off. So that's a big deal. You can get all the colors. You don't have to have the color that I'm wearing. Trying to see what's going on with my interconnect today. But then we've also got, of course, the family avatar logo and design. And there is that. There we go. Have it on my to-do list. Late August, early September. Good time to come, except it's super hot. Parks usually aren't busy, but it is super duper hot. Anyhow, anytime anybody buys something from the spread shop, and with the 25% off, you might want to go there today. Again, I didn't hit the goal yesterday. Plus, I was really, really tired. But I'm going to put some new designs up, hopefully during this sale too. If I hit the goal today, let's say this, if we hit our 5 super chats for today, I will definitely put a new design up on the spread shop today, even with everything else that I'm busy with. It'll be up there by tomorrow for the last day of the 25% off sale. And I also won't talk about Rachel Z. But yes, there it is. There's the link. Go and Shogi has it. 25% off right now in the store. So if you purchase something from the spread shop during the show, let me know, and we'll celebrate that along with super chats, super stickers, super thanks, memberships, drop memberships, PayPal, buy me a coffee, all of those usual things. And who knows what celebration we might drop. Maybe we'll drop this one. Okie dokie artichoke. Let's get on to the show. Let's get on to the stories today because it's going to be a busy day and I might end the show a little bit on the early side simply because there's just so much for me to prep for the rest of the day today. So let's see what that Park Place has going on this morning. By the way, when we celebrate, don't forget, guys, if you've got your custom member emojis, drop your emojis in the chat. Drop those emojis down below. And also, if you're not a member, that's okay. Celebrate with us. Throw some dance emojis down with us, or Culture Bear emojis, or whatever you want to throw down. Drop them all in the chat. Oh my goodness. Somebody's starting off with a super going shogi for $4.99, 1 out of 5 on the goal. Oh my goodness, will we get there? We shall see. But dropping that so early, what kind of a?
Is that everyone?
I guess. You wanted more? How about this? Sadly, I didn't get to see Culture Bear over the weekend. That's okay. We have met it before. And what on earth is going on? My interconnect. Hi, Pam. Hi, Pam. Good to see you here. Going Shogi, giving us the bears. Giving us the bears in the chat. Pam Empson. Hey, Megan Meggs. I see it. Oh, I love it. I was really surprised when I saw that Pro was actually had our family avatar. That was very cool. As one of the custom emojis on the WDW. I am an emoji on the Pro channel. Never thought that would happen. I am so honored. Pro, by the way, I know you guys don't know him. He is honestly, and I'm not kidding you, seriously, not trying to kiss up or anything like that. He's just one of the greatest people I've ever met in my life. He is really, really, truly an awesome guy. And speaking of him, we have an article that we're about to put on the screen. You're good. You're good. Make me something. Although no more biscuits and gravy. I've had my fill over the weekend. I had some really good biscuits and gravy over the weekend, and I gotta get back on Diet City. I have got to lose weight. I don't know how you guys feel about it out there. I'm in my mid-50s, and so not middle, not. Yeah, I'll be 54 this year. So I'm hitting the mid 50s and I really, really would like to be in great shape at age 55. And I'm not right now. So there it is. Yes, protein pancakes. It is, Aldo. Appreciate that. All right. So we have a very interesting story, and based on the political situation in the United States, not politics in general, but specifically about President Trump's tariffs. All right. He's putting tariffs on everything, and he may be putting tariffs on incoming movies that are not from Hollywood. Now, the idea, of course, is to bolster Hollywood, which is interesting, but maybe it will do the opposite. We don't really know what the effects are going to be like, but I'm going to put the story on the screen. This is out of thatparkplace.com. If you are not bookmarked to thatparkplace.com, please do bookmark it today. This is by Mr. WDW Pro out of thatparkplace.com. Avengers Doomsday may pause production until President Trump's Hollywood tariffs details are announced. Yeah, we don't really know what the details on those tariffs are. I've only seen one little snippet where he said he might do 100% tariffs on movies coming from outside the United States to in, but I'm not sure how that really works out. This was written on the 5th of May. That was yesterday. The Walt Disney Company may be facing a sudden high-stakes dilemma, whether to pause production on Avengers Doomsday, the highly anticipated Marvel installment currently filming entirely in the United Kingdom. This comes on the heels of President Donald Trump's dramatic announcement of a 100% tariff on all foreign-made films, a sweeping protectionist move that could significantly reshape the global entertainment landscape and put massive projects like Avengers Doomsday directly in the crosshairs. Oof. Culture Crave on X says Donald Trump says he's ordering a 100% tariff on all films produced outside of America that are brought into the country. Hollywood projects currently shooting overseas. Hollywood projects currently shooting overseas include Avengers Doomsday, The Odyssey, Avatar 4, and Supergirl. Donald Trump, apparently this was what he posted. The movie industry in America is dying a very fast death. Other countries are offering all sorts of incentives to draw all filmmakers. I should probably not read it that way. I don't really do a great Trump because I haven't worked on it. The movie industry in America is dying a very fast death. Other countries are offering all sorts of incentives to draw our filmmakers and studios away from the United States. Hollywood and many other areas within the USA are being devastated. This is a concerted effort by other nations and therefore a national security threat. It is, in addition to everything else, messaging and propaganda. Therefore, I am authorizing the Department of Commerce and the United States Trade Representative to immediately begin the process of instituting a 100% tariff on any and all movies coming into our country that are produced in foreign lands. We want movies made in America again. That's what Trump says. You can like it or you cannot like it. That's up to you, not up to me. President Trump declared over the weekend that he has authorized the Department of Commerce and U.S. Trade Representative to initiate the process of imposing the new tariffs, citing the Department of U.S. film production overseas as both an economic crisis and a national security threat. Hollywood and many other areas within the USA are being devastated. We want movies made in America. Again, Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick confirmed on X, we're on it, signaling that the administration is already moving toward implementation, but no clear rules have been laid out. This policy bombshell has left Hollywood studios scrambling for answers. It remains unclear whether the tariffs will apply to all foreign-made content, including U.S.-produced films shot abroad, such as Avengers Doomsday, or only to imports produced by foreign entities. Even more ambiguous is how the tariffs would be calculated. Will they be levied on production costs, box office receipts, licensing deals, or some other metric? Yes, there are a lot of questions up in the air about this. Howard Lutnick says, Mike Pence is just bitter. These tariffs are the definition of America first, which is a concept he doesn't understand. Avengers Doomsday, a $300 million gamble. Disney, which has filmed several Marvel films in the UK's Pinewood Studios, could be facing significant cost overruns if the new tariffs apply retroactively or even prospectively to Avengers Doomsday. The film, reportedly budgeted at over $300 million, was planned as Marvel's cinematic rebound after a string of underperforming releases, some of which are still to come. But now, unless the administration offers examples or clear definitions, the entire production could become subject to a 100% import fee if it remains a UK-based operation. That's led to widespread speculation that Disney might have no choice but to pause the production, at least temporarily, until legal clarity is achieved. On social media, fans have already started reacting. So we're just going to pay $40 to see Avengers now, wrote one user on X. Another pointed out, Trump doesn't seem to realize U.S. studios like Disney and Marvel are the ones filming overseas. This tariff hurts them. Again, the policy announcement immediately rattled markets On Monday morning, shares of Disney, Paramount Global, Warner Brothers Discovery, and Amazon all dipped, reflecting Wall Street's unease about the future of global content pipelines. Many analysts are now revising projections for 2026's box office performance, particularly for tentpole franchises with international production bases. Companies with more diversified portfolios seem to be weathering the storm a little better at the time of publication. While no financial advice is given or intended, companies like Comcast and Disney may be holding stronger than Netflix and Paramount because of their various business not associated with movie production. And again, emphasizing no financial advice here. I'm just reading a story. The broader industry, too, is on alert. Governments in Australia and New Zealand quickly issued statements vowing to bolster their film industries in the wake of Trump's move. The Motion Picture Association has yet to issue a formal response, but executives from all major studios are reportedly in high-level talks to assess exposure. Before I get on with the rest of the story, I got to make a couple of comments here because I think this is interesting. What's really funny, the very quick overreaction to Trump's tariffs. It's hilarious to me because he'll make this tariff announcement, and when you see the overreaction to any of these announcements, you know exactly why he's doing what he's doing. This is exactly what he wants, and everybody is literally playing into his hands. I think it's hilarious. He's great at the game, right? He is absolutely great at the game. He knows how to manipulate, and that's exactly what he's doing. And I think it's perfectly fine because all of these moves by Trump are ways in which he is manipulating the media, manipulating the game, making people make the moves that reveal where they are so he can see exactly what to do next. It's like he's an expert chess player watching people give up all of their tells. So very, very interesting to see. Let me put this back on the screen. That was a bit of a morning faux pas. Critics of the policy have labeled it a blunt force approach to a nuanced issue. While it's true that foreign tax credits have siphoned off production from Hollywood, many argue that the answer isn't punitive tariffs, but rather competitive domestic incentives and modernization of union agreements that make filming stateside prohibitively expensive. Supporters of the move, on the other hand, say it could lead to a renaissance in U.S.-based filmmaking. Trump himself appointed a trio of pro-America Hollywood veterans, Jon Voight, Sylvester Stallone, and Mel Gibson, in January to help spearhead an entertainment revival. Gibson himself is preparing to produce a major movie in Italy this year, which may give some indication that the tariffs are not catastrophically designed after all. So we see the play, we see the game. If you're smart, you understand the game Trump is playing, and he's playing it with the media, and he's manipulating them like the Penguin did in Batman, and it's working. It's obvious, and I think it's just funny the way people are overreacting. Still, for Disney and Marvel Studios, the immediate question is not philosophical, but financial. Can they afford to continue filming a $300 million movie in the UK that might incur a 100% tariff on re-entry into its home market? Well, the bottom line, Disney must decide, and soon. Until the administration offers clear implementation details, Avengers Doomsday hangs in a costly limbo. Disney executives may be forced to pause or relocate production to avoid potentially hundreds of millions in unexpected fees. Alternatively, they might gamble on a carve out or legal challenge. If production costs are tariffed at 100% for expenses made in foreign lands, Avengers Doomsday could see an increase in expenses in the range of hundreds of millions of dollars for a film that was already likely to break records for cost. That's likely untenable, and as a result, Avengers Doomsday could be iced until further notice from the Trump administration. In any case, the clock is ticking, and the implications for Disney's global strategy, Marvel's future, and the entertainment industry at large could be profound. I see what he did there at the end of the article. WD Pro was like, it's profound because Pro found it. What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments below. Do you think the tariffs are going to affect foreign movie production, even though it's made by an American company? I don't know if it will, but I would love to know your thoughts. Please comment below before you go out the door. And thank you for coming in today. Braylon Lee is in the chat. He says, hey, good people. I'm just trying to see on my monitor what's going on because I have a Jimmy Fallon commercial that I didn't ask for. You guys can skip past those. Although I can't even skip past mine. Can't skip past mine. It's my own show. My gosh. Meg says Trump always knows what he's doing, and I would 100% agree. By the way, Megan, I don't know if you know this, but we actually have one of the celebrations on the channel is a Trump celebration. It's a Trump dance. I think it's funny. I think people seeing this channel might think I'm like a MAGA channel, but I am so not. We report, and I find things that I think are enjoyable and funny to anybody with an open mind, and that's what I do. But let me know if you want to see the Trump. If you drop down a super or anything like that, you can let me know if that's the one you want to see. I'll put it up there for you. I don't mind. I don't mind doing it a bit. I like when they film in other countries because then we get to see how bad these projects failed. That's true. We get to see more. The financials are more revelatory. I can't speak today, guys. Is today Tuesday? Yeah, it is. Okay, good deal. All right, so there we go. I bet Bob Iger regrets moving the animation studio to Canada. I wish the animation studio would animate something because right now all they're doing is computer crap, and I want to see something hand drawn again. I want to see if there's any talent that remains at the Disney studios. After Snow White, I don't know that there's much left, if any at all. I think karma is biting Disney in the bahunkus. And Braylon Lee says, hey, good people. Hello, Braylon. Let's see. And I know I do have another story to get to today. I want to kind of do it quickly. All right, so. All right. This is going to be an interesting one if I can bring it up. This is the one that you may have clicked on the video for. By the way, if you're watching this on the replay, I know it never addresses. You might notice how often I don't say, please give this video a like below. Although, please give this video a like below. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Click that notification bell and do share this out on your social medias because it is word of mouth that's going to get a show like this watched more often. This isn't the kind of show that the YouTube algorithm picks up really well, so it's going to be your word of mouth. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your enemies to come and watch the show every morning at 9:30, Monday through Friday. We are here for you, the greatest audience on YouTube. Honestly, I am very grateful to every single one of you. It makes me happy that you are here. We are going to talk about the parks for just a moment. Yes, thank you very much. But for me, it was Tuesday. I might have to do that clip myself. I'll tell you what. Tuesday is just Monday's evil twin. Good afternoon, Juliet. Good to see you here and in the chat. If they ever make another hand-drawn style movie, it'll be that I don't even want. I certainly don't want an AI-made movie. That would be so sad and so tragic, really, if you think about it. I don't want any animation if it's AI. Please, no. Here in Orlando, Florida, Epic Universe opens on May 22nd, and previews have begun. As part of that preview process, some people are finding themselves very upset by one particular detail of the park on which Disney is actually winning. And that detail is with a virtual queue. Now, while Disney has no virtual queues in place at the moment, at least the process was much easier to get a virtual queue than it is apparently for those attempting to go to Universal Epic Universe right now. And there's only one virtual queue that I know of that's open there, and that is at the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. I myself have tried and failed to get that virtual queue. And then somebody ended up getting one from home the other day, and it looks like the whole system just isn't working out quite the way Epic Universe, or at least Epic Universe fans and those going to the parks, would want them to. So I'm going to put this on the screen right now. Out of that parkplace.com, bookmark it if you haven't yet. This is by M. Montanaro, written the 6th of May. Hey, the 6th of May, that's today. Universal may use deeply unpopular and controversial virtual queue for Epic Universe lands, sparking major guest concerns. I'm going to pop this off for just a moment. And I want to refresh the tab. Because it was doing that glitchy thing. I don't know why it does that sometimes. All right, so let me pop this back up again, get it back on the screen for you. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. There we go. I think this time it won't do that stuff. Juliet says, hi, Snorty, Megan Meg, singing with Erica Raff, Tom, Go and Shogi Sin, Aldo's Journal, Bam Empson, everybody watching today. All right, let me get back over here. Universal may use deeply unpopular and controversial virtual queue for Epic Universe lands, sparking major guest concerns. Out of that parkplace.com by Marvin Montanaro, May 6th, 2025. There is Nintendo, Super Nintendo World. Just when guests thought the virtual queue system at Orlando Universal couldn't get more frustrating, a quiet update on the resort's website has ignited a fresh wave of anxiety, this time about access to entire lands within Epic Universe. According to the latest language on Universal Orlando's official virtual line webpage, the resort now lists world entry at Universal Epic Universe as one of the experiences that may require a virtual line return time. This alarming phrasing has fans and guests wondering if the flawed queue system currently tied to Harry Potter and the battle at the Ministry may soon be expanded to control access to the themed lands themselves. Ooh, that could be no bueno unless they fix the virtual queue system, that's for sure. There's the entry to Dark Universe. Very, very cool. If true, This plan could spell disaster. The hidden warning in the fine print. The relevant section of the Universal website currently states, quote, virtual line return times may be used for various experiences, including select attractions and entertainment throughout Universal Orlando Resort, as well as world entry at Universal Epic Universe. Be sure to check our app for the most up-to-date details. Ooh, that is a little bit scary. And I'll admit, hey, that's a flaw. Universal, if you're listening, if you're out there, I would fix it really, really fast. While this statement doesn't confirm land-based access restrictions are in place yet, it clearly leaves the door open. In fact, when the Epic Universe area was first added to the Universal Orlando app, virtual line icons briefly appeared on each of the 4 themed worlds: Super Nintendo World, the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, Ministry of Magic, How to Train Your Dragon, Isle of Berk, and Dark Universe. Those icons disappeared shortly after, but not before fans took notice. This has led many to believe Universal unintentionally revealed its crowd control strategy before walking it back. A recipe for disaster. The mere possibility of virtual line access for lands is enough to raise red flags, especially given the system's track record so far. During technical rehearsals for the Ministry ride, the app-based queue system has been widely panned for unreliability, unclear drop times, system exploits, and a lack of alternative access options like standby lines or even express passes. And there's kind of a look at what this might be like. There's a virtual line, Harry Potter, and the battle at the Ministry. You have to select party members. Unfortunately, no virtual line times are available. You can kind of see that there. To roll the same infrastructure out to entire themed areas would multiply the frustration exponentially. Instead of just missing out on a ride, guests could theoretically find themselves locked out of entire worlds unless they win the queue lottery. Theme park fans were quick to compare this concept to Disney's ill-fated early attempts at using virtual queue to manage Rise of the Resistance access, which left many guests paying full admission only to leave without ever experiencing the park's newest ride. A better solution. Some fans offer a middle ground. And this is where it gets very, very interesting, because I think it's great when fans have input. And the difference between Disney and Universal is highly likely to actually listen. So let's see what the rest of the article about Mr. Montanaro says. Some fans have floated the idea of Universal using land-specific entry systems only in extreme circumstances, such as opening week crowds. Blog Mickey suggested a more forward-thinking approach: dynamic land-based ticketing. In this model, guests could choose to buy access to specific lands like Super Nintendo World instead of purchasing a full park ticket. The idea has floated around for a while, and Epic Universe's design, with its distinct portals for each land, makes such a system theoretically feasible, though it is doubtful Universal would ever adopt such an approach. Celestial Park, the only area without a gated portal, could even become an open access evening space for dining, entertainment, and shopping, creating a hybrid experience between City Walk and a theme park. Of course, nothing about this model has been confirmed. For now, all eyes are on Universal's app and whether these virtual line policies start appearing for more than just the Ministry ride. So here's our take, the take of That Park Place Universal. Our take: Universal should tread carefully. Universal has done a phenomenal job designing Epic Universe to be immersive, boundary-breaking, and distinct from anything else in Florida, but expanding a widely criticized virtual queue system to gatekeep access to entire lands would be a huge misstep, one that could taint the park's opening months and damage guest satisfaction. We understand the need to control crowds, but guests need reliability, clarity, and options. No one wants to drop hundreds of dollars only to be told they can't visit the Wizarding World or Super Nintendo World because they missed a 7 a.m. virtual drop. That is true. If Universal must use the virtual line for lands, it should be limited, transparent, and always accompanied by physical standby or reentry options. Anything less would risk turning one of the most exciting theme park launches in years into a logistical nightmare. Stay tuned as we monitor the situation heading into the May 22nd grand opening. If Universal makes land access contingent on virtual queue reservations, we'll be the first to sound the alarm. Yes, indeed, that Park Place is on top of it. And we will definitely let you guys know. But for now, sound off in the comments. If you have a different solution, I would love to know what that solution might be. Sound off in the comments below. Or what are your thoughts on virtual queue systems in general? Do you love them? Do you hate them? Personally, for Guardians of the Galaxy, I was able to use the virtual queue system to get on it as often as I like. I think I've kind of ridden the Guardians of the Galaxy so many times, I'm kind of over it at this point. Definitely over 50, maybe 100. I don't know how many times I've ridden it, but the problem is I can always get a virtual queue at home, and that might have restricted somebody else from being able to get it. That's never good. So I'm actually against the system, even though it has worked in my favor. But what are your thoughts? Comment below. Let us know before you go out the door. And thank you so much for coming in to follow the Bradley's fun. Let's see what your chat comments are. I still have to get one way or another, or Conga and Cosmic Rewind. Oh, okay. Conga was my very first one that I got. Like all technology, if it actually works, it's great. Yeah, it can be. It can be. Yeah, I would agree. Let's see here. No screen showing good, sir. Hopefully that, hopefully that got fixed. I'm assuming that got fixed. Yep, it's working. Virtual queues is the only area where Disney wins. Yeah, it is. You're not wrong about that. It's very interesting. However, if Epic Universe fixes that, then again, Epic Universe has a big win over Disney. And Disney doesn't have any virtual queues left because they don't have any rides worth having a virtual queue for. In busy times, Guardians will get up to 90 minutes, and 90 minutes is a fine wait time. And without virtual queues, it's actually better because the wait times will go down. I just think that Disney needs to get rid of the Lightning Lane multi-pass. If they're going to have Lightning Lane, just do the Premier Lightning Lane, which is you can get one of every ride, pay a much higher price for it, but they can limit the number of entrants, and the regular line will move faster. I hope when I head there next time, I get them. Those are my favorite songs from the bunch. Yeah, absolutely. Mine is September. I could do September all day if they got rid of all the other songs. The one that they missed that I think I don't even know, maybe it's a rights thing. Maybe the rights were too expensive, but how did they not do Footloose? Footloose would have been the most obvious one to do, in my opinion, for Guardians. But there you have it. Guys, I'm going to get going early today. I want to thank everybody for being here. I want to get ready for the other shows that I have to do. And there's a lot of other things that I've got to try and start implementing after this last weekend. Some things that I learned, some things I want to come and get your look. Yes, that one would have been kind of obvious. I don't know if it would have fit with the ride, but yeah, that one. There's no songs from the movie in there. Maybe they had to do it that way. I don't know, but Footloose wasn't in the movie either, and that's why it would have been great. They could have used it. Anyhow, yes, thank you, Go and Shogi. I appreciate that. Have a great day, everybody. We're going to send you off to Culture Casino. If you haven't had a chance to check it out, I did drop a premiere video this morning, so you can check that out. If you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel, click notifications, click all the likes, do all those fun things. But before we go, let's have one more celebration for Go and Shogi, dropping the 499. Let's do one more. I like Wookiee dance. Let's do it. Yes, indeed. We're going to head right over to Culture Casino in the 6-minute daily. Thank you all for being here today. Continue to check out all that we have on Follow the Bradleys Fun. And until next time, or perhaps later today on That Park Place or T3PO or the WDW Pro Show, I don't know. I don't know where I'm going to end up, but I might end up somewhere else today. But until then, I will, in fact, see you real soon. Bye, everybody. Ciao. Thank you so much. Bye. Ciao.